ChillCast， 以前在安奈的JitoSOL。那ChillCast 目前的话受到了bybit的赞助，bybit的话也是全球领先的交易所。最近的话 ，Solana 生态里面有一个大家都非常关注的一家明星项目即将 TGE。那这家项目的话，也是我们非常关注的一个 Restaking 的一个赛道。今天很高兴能够邀请到 Fragmetric 的创始人 Zach 来到我们的这个 podcast 里面，给大家分享什么是 Fragmetric， 他们的创业历程以及他们接下来的一些规划。那我就把时间交给 Zach。
大家好，我是 Jack, co-founder of Fragmetric, and it's great to get connected with Chinese community, especially Solana. So, yeah, let's get it started.
谢谢欧巴。So yeah, Oba is also something all Chinese understand. So
Yeah.
Can you give us a little more introduction about the Fragmetric team? Because I know you guys, but I guess a lot of Chinese community would also love to know what's the team behind this amazing project.
Yeah, sure. Me and Sang and Daniel, we are the co-founders of Fragmetric. We all graduated from same university, so that's how actually we got to know each other. And I have been friends with my co-founder CTO for like 10 years, and I met Sang after I actually exited my Web2 company. We were very interested in like Solana ecosystem. Yeah, we were like brainstorming what we can contribute into Solana ecosystem, and we kind of find out back then there was no one actually doing restaking. So we were building restaking, and we realized Solaire, Jito, and a lot of like strong teams were doing it. So we kind of slightly pivoted to liquid restaking. So here we are. Just my background. I used to be a software engineer after college. I worked in the States for like 3 years at Big Tech, and I was able to exit my company in 2020, and also doing my dev shop for almost 3 years. And it was pretty successful. I was doing a lot of stuff with big corporations in Korea. I was investing a lot of assets, especially BTC, Solana, Celestia, or some stupid shit coins too. And I was able to make, good money out of it. And I was doing a lot of Solana DeFi farming from that. So that's how I started everything crypto. It's actually like after FTX, end of 2022. And from then, I found a lot of opportunities as builder, especially Solana ecosystem. So yeah, that's how we started everything. We have 17 people in the team, and mostly engineers. We don't really have BD. And me and Sang, our background was engineer, but then we also do BD, because early protocols, I think, kind of doing BD for co-founders doing BD is more productive. So we are still doing it, and we have very small time before TG, so very, very busy doing a lot of interviews, NFTs, building the additional features and everything.
Thank you so much for the introduction. Yeah, and I know Zach for a long time, and it was very impressive to see how Fragmetric came out, because basically it's one of the largest Solana team in South Korea. Actually, the team itself also contributed a lot to the Solana ecosystem building, especially in South Korea. I remember the events you hosted in Seoul during KBW, just so amazing, and appreciate everything you have done for this ecosystem. So I think you have already covered a little bit about why did you start to do Fragmetric, and why choosing restaking as your direction. So I will not cover too much about that part. Talk a little bit more about the technology itself, because I know you guys, as you shared, very tech-focused team. Both you and Sam has strong engineering background, and you also doing the BD yourself, and I know you cover a lot of marketing yourself as well. So basically, I think that's a real fundamental, the technology, and you understand the ecosystem, and you also can do BD and marketing. So the first question is, I know Fragmetric has a lot of innovative your own technology, especially regarding the restaking. You kind of innovated the normalized restaking. Can you explain to us what is normalized restake? What's special about Fragmetric compared to other restaking protocol existing in the ecosystem right now?
So normalized token pool, token program can be thought of as a basket of LSTs in a nutshell. Since the launch of Sanctum, there have been over 100 LSTs on Solana, more than 100 probably. We want to utilize all of them in our restaking, but creating ARTs for each LST would cause too much liquidity fragmentation. So to solve this problem, we decided to create a pool of LST baskets and mint wrapper tokens based on average price of the pool and restake these wrapper tokens. With this method, Fragmetric currently supports a wide variety of LSTs, including JitoSOL, mSOL, bSOL, bSOL, RockSOL, and a lot more, and bSOL too, while pulling all liquidity into FragSOL. That's a very special thing about our technology compared to other liquid risk-taking protocols.
And I think you also like get into the LST track. That's very essential for us. And also, I think is that where Fragmetric comes from, like fragments, but centralized, making the fragments centralized. Fragmetric.
Our name Fragmetric is like very random thing. I came up with this name with no topic. It's very random because I thought the name metrics was pretty cool, and I was looking at this fashion brand, so it has nothing to do with this.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, got it. Next question is like you already mentioned about you're working with different like Solana LST, but you're also providing the Frag JitoSOL. A lot of people understand FragSOL already. Can you share to us a bit more about FragSOL? In the future, do you expand to other tokens?
I think it's good to explain what's FragZero because people probably know better on FragSOL. You know, there are currently 2 NCNs live on zero risk taking right now, and the main one is Tip Router. That's Jito built it for themselves, and to extend the utility of this governance token JTO. So Jito is more also utilizing JTO as collateral asset for Tip Router. So it's very actually like useful and currently used right now. Also, in line with this, Fragmetric has also launched Frag JTO as a new asset, leveraging the economic security of JTO token for MEV distribution, while also providing some of the MEV yield to Frag JTO. So that's the big idea and what we are actually like mostly focused in our early days. Frag Jube sounds pretty cool, and we are actually talking a lot of stuff with Jupiter for restake, releasing a lot of assets that could be abstracting DeFi experiences for users. So it could be Jupe or stablecoin or whatever is on Solana ecosystem.
Quite exciting. Follow question, because I know you guys are working with JitoSOL pretty close, as you mentioned Jupiter as well. So do you have other options for people to play around about like FragSOL in the ecosystem? For example, maybe user can do some DeFi integration with Camino.
We are doing a lot of stuff with Camino, Loopscale, Exponents, and Radix. So that's actually like various options that you can play around with Fragmetric. We already have a lot of teams collaborating with us, and also more to come.
Quite amazing. Also a little offer. I think there's a campaign with Binance Wallet ongoing. You guys are providing an actual yield for the users who get FragSOL on Binance Wallet. If you guys are interested in FragSOL and looking forward to stake with Fragmetric, check out Binance Wallet as well. Not everyone aware of. Next one is also very technology focused. So I know like Fragmetric uses Solana token, like new token standard, token 2022, and can you share with us a little bit more about token 2022 and how Fragmetric benefited from this new standard?
It's really hard to integrate with token 22 because a lot of our partners were having hard time with this, but I think it's very essential because the major problem that we actually found in Ethereum ecosystem. So while risk-taking, it actually has been a trend in Ethereum ecosystem because Eigenlayer was a really big thing, and EtherFi and Renzo was doing a lot of stuff in Ethereum, but it wasn't really mature back then. So they couldn't really find a way to properly distribute the native tokens of AVSs to ART holders, and which led to the dumping of the rewarded tokens on the market. Basically, like they're dumping all the tokens whenever they are trying to distribute as the reward. Actually, we developed the FragSOL with token 2022. It's a transfer hook to prevent this from happening in the first place. Our major goal is not to dump the tokens whenever we try to distribute as reward. By calling Fragmetric's program on the every transfer, we keep an accurate record on every user's bSOL holding period and distribute AVS. We call it NCN in Solana ecosystem, in the Jito ecosystem, so to speak. Tokens, NCN tokens to their accounts based on its record. Solving one of these biggest problem with risk taking from the start, I think, using token 22 is. But this actually gave us technical mod. At the same time, it was pretty big obstacle for us to integrate fast and broadly. There's good things, bad things, but we are still using token 22 and we're not going to change our stacks. Yeah, I think it's a really useful.
Thank you so much for sharing this insight. I'm also going to provide this back to our technology team. And hopefully in the future there will be more team using the same standard, so it will make it easier to integrate with other protocols. Next part, I think is the part a lot of users, especially Fragmetric contributors, they will be really interested. As you mentioned, like we having like a very small time to the TGE. Fragmetric also experienced a significant growth over the past 1 year, basically. Can you provide us some of your insights on the user growth like track? How did you guys manage to grow so fast?
It's actually really weird because usually, like, I don't want to say anything, behind the scene, but usually when you play the TVL games, there are a lot of TVL deals, and we're not saying we didn't do any of this, but actually I can confidently say this, we did TVL deal like less than 10% of our TVL. Actual TVL is from actual users. When you see our Dune or whatever on chain, you can actually see this. There are like tons of users organically. I still want to find how we could reach this, but then with a lot of like community building with karaoke night or partnership, token airdrop, whatever, and we were actually trying really hard to make users to very interested in Fragmetric. We are launching our NFT soon, and that actually also make people to put more TVL into Fragmetric. More than $300 million right now, and it's crazy. Back then, our goal was Solana. Solana was like 400 million plus TVL when they did TGE. Solana price was like 220, 30, something like that. And now we are actually in number of Solana staked wise. I think we are in very similar position right now. Our dream was to catch up Solana's TVL. So I think it's actually a dream come true, and everything was organic. Not everything, well, but like more than 85% was organic, and I'm very transparent on that. Yeah, so we're just trying to make users keep happy, keep them really having fun with our channels, doing a lot of activities, and trying to figure out how much we can reward our users engaging with our protocol. We are just like trying to find various ways of rewarding users, keeping their fun with our community. Pretty much like how we pull this out really successfully. Honestly, I really don't know how it happened. Yeah.
Kind of like magic. That's how a lot like startup story happens. Keep exploring, working, and grinding. All in a sudden, I don't even know what I did, but probably just like magic, or I got the luck. But I really like how transparent you are, and also how transparent Fragmetric is. So next question is, can you share to us a little bit more about the ongoing F-Point program and its mechanism? Also, as you mentioned, the NFT you are launching on Magic Eden.
So F-Points, there are a lot of things that you can generate more boosters with F-Point. You can use RateX, Exponent Flip Scale, a lot of our partners. Yeah, we are trying to give more F-Points as you use more DeFi integration. And NFT, we are actually working really hard on make the good graphics and good reward, more reward using our NFT. So a lot of stuff we are preparing for NFT is very exciting. Keep it updated, and it's gonna be very fun.
Thank you, and also thanks for giving us Solar, the community, the whitelist to the NFT minting as well. Maybe a lot of users or the community or the audience listening to this podcast gets a whitelist already. So don't forget to mint the NFT at its launch day. And I'm really curious or excited about the graphics you are preparing as well, because I remember the tiger, the cute fragmented tiger that we have seen. And also all the designs you made. I remember the joke we make that Fragmetric should actually be an animation company.
Same here.
Thank you. The very last question. Next step is the TGE, but what users can still expect in the near future, including the TGE? What's the future plan for the product and the business side from Fragmetric team?
We're going to launch our stablecoin, which is another yield-bearing stablecoin, and it's going to be the Solana native stablecoin. I mean, Perna is doing it too. We are actually doing it very wholeheartedly. Keep on updated on that. We are trying to expand more assets in Solana ecosystem to use Fragmetric. You can diversify a lot of assets to restake on top of Fragmetric. That's gonna help make your asset utility in various ways. Development feature schedule for like entire another year. It's gonna be very also hardworking year that we have ahead of.
Sounds exciting, especially the stablecoin part. People always looking at Arbit and bSOL because it has really high trading volume. What's most important, those two are really regulated CEX in South Korea, and I know a lot of projects, they actually, for example, let's say SOL USDT trading pair on Arbit, it's probably not a big thing, but if you list SOL SKW trading pair on Arbit, it's probably will generate more revenue. Basically, it's about the South Korean one stablecoin. When Fragmetric launched the stablecoin, will you consider in the future maybe launch the Korean version of the stablecoin as well?
Deep questions, could be sensitive as well. Actually, that's going to be a really great opportunity for us if we are able to penetrate into the regulation side, but that could be one of the options that we discover our journey. Probably there will be a lot of steps that we have to do before doing anything with actual like government work.
If you guys will be able to do that, I think that will be super huge because we all know the potential of the Korean market and also especially in the stablecoin side. Looking forward to see how you guys are gonna explore on this area as well, and I hope the success for whatever you do and the NFT launch, TGE, and the future stablecoin. Thank you so much again for participating in this interview. I know you're super busy, so thank you so much.
Thank you so much too.
在此提醒大家，所有内容均不构成投资建议，都是我跟瑶瑶作为行业知识研究的产出，还有嘉宾的言论也是他们的个人言论，希望大家做自己的研究。
道路千万条，安全第一条，做自己的研究，让我们增强知识，然后在链上开心玩耍。欢迎关注安娜和瑶瑶 Talk， 然后我们会有更多行业一线前沿的资讯跟大家进行分享。非常感谢。